Hello everyone, welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 video where today we have a huge info dump on Game Informer. Written and directed by Andrew Rayner, we have an incredible amount of new screenshots including T-Rex, Nasuto, and also brand new confirmed dinosaurs such as the Acro and Baryonyx. Quickly before we get into the video, do press the like button and subscribe button if you wish to stay up to date on all of the content for Evolution 2. But without any further ado, let's get into the video and see what they have to say. The title of this is Raptors Hunt in Packs, First Details of Jurassic World Evolution 2. Frontier Development says that this sequel will have more of an authentic story that shows us what is happening within the United States of America. This isn't just a theme park building experience. You'll be pushed to contain dinosaur threats in different ways as the narrative unfolds. In a 30-minute hands-off demonstration of the game in action, Frontier shows me one of the environments set within the Northern Hemisphere. Snow-capped mountains stand tall over the sprawling lake flanked by a thick forest of pines. Sunlight dances across the water, leading the eye to another glimmer flickering off of a massive glass dome, which I quickly realised is a new aviary. It's positioned next to the ominous peak of Jurassic World's Innovation Center, which sits next to the crowded street filled with gift shops, attractions, and swarms of people. Behind this commotion, I see movement within the tailpines. The necks of Brachiosauruses bound slowly with them, looking oddly small given just how tall the pines are. The game's director, Richard Newbold, tells me we are looking at a sandbox map, which stretches across the entire screen. All of the maps the player has access to are a lot bigger than the first game, he adds. There's also a lot more space available to build and place as many dinosaurs as possible. With changes to the territory system, they're going to need a lot more space in some instances, especially since there's a direct conflict between some species. It's not as easy to put as many dinosaurs in the same place. There's a lot more balance that needs to be done. Along with the forest theme, the player will make parks in desert settings as well, which you can see in some of the images. The dinosaurs that you'll add to your park and enclosure are more realistic than they were in the first game. Newbold tells me there are over 75 species to unearth. Most are ground dinosaurs, but players can also add marine and flying reptiles as well. In my brief look at this sequel, I wasn't able to see if the Tyrannosaurus Rex moves in new ways or if it hunts more realistically, but I did see how it studies its habitat. Newbold hatches 2 Tyrannosauruses from the Hammond Creation Lab, and to much surprise, they emerge together, looking even more menacing than ever when standing next to each other. Their entry animation is a sight to behold. The Tyrannosaur's body are brown, but the crowns of their head appear to be slightly red. The player will have more skins and colours to choose from when creating their dinosaurs. I'm told each dinosaur has roughly a dozen body colours, along with 7 different patterns, so that's 12 body colours. Holding true to the expeditions from the first game, dinosaur DNA is once again obtained from fossils. When eggs are synchronized, you can tweak the DNA to enhance social behaviours, make them more resilient to disease, less aggressive to rangers, and much more. Rather than incubating one egg at a time, you can now generate a clutch of eggs. As part of this editing phase, you are increasing or decreasing the chance of any of those traits manifesting, adds Newbold. Once you make that decision, you choose which ones you want to bring to maturity and release them all in one go as a group, which is phenomenal. I'm so excited for that. When a dinosaur hatches from the lab, it won't immediately settle into a state of comfort or agitation. It will instead explore the habitat to see if there's any area that fits its needs. If that space is found, the dinosaur will claim that territory, so no more trees from the Brachiosauruses that constantly want them. The dinosaurs residing in distinct territories means that the players can set up a variety of areas within the same enclosed space and hopefully keep them comfortable. When a dinosaur is highlighted in an enclosure, the player will see its territory, which displays a white outline on the ground. Thank you, finally. This system is dynamic, says Newbold. It's building up as the dinosaurs walk around in its enclosure. As the Triceratops moves, it will move its territory in a new direction, as the old territory it created long ago starts to decay. It's walking towards things that it needs: water, forest, and ground fiber. It's not just about that, but also territory of other dinosaurs in the same area. Sometimes the species are complementary and they live together in harmony, but other times the species will have conflicts. If there's an overlap in territories, there may be behaviours between those 2 dinosaurs. They'll try to build their territory to their size. It's a dynamic system that puts a realistic connection between dinosaurs. This also means a species will rest together, socialise in more ways, and act more like a herd in their defined space. Frontier has made it easier for the players to implement change to these enclosures and has minimized the back and forth between menus and gameplay. Executive producer Adam Woods walks me through this new system. I can quickly edit the environment with the landscaping tools, and you can see the dinosaurs information is up in the top left, so I can quickly reference it. Thank you. You can see I need forests, so I can use the paintbrush tool to add trees. The forest needs are met as you do this. Herbivores now feed on the foliage and no longer require feeders, so you'll be able to make sure that it adds the right plants when editing the terrain. For the Triceratops, the solution is the fibrous ground plant. The number of items that players can add to the enclosure is greatly expanded. I saw roughly a dozen different rocks, and there may have even been more. Very interesting. The enhanced enclosure design extends to the aviary, which can hold numerous flying critters, including the pteranodon, which I got to see emerge from the lab. 3 of them fly out together, each animated in different ways to give off the impression of a flock. Their habitat is barren at first, but Woods dives into editing tools to quickly add trees, water, and rocks to it. The size of the aviary is also determined by the player. More glass domes can be added freely, much like fencing, to make the enclosure grow dynamically. If the pteranodons grow agitated, they can smash their way through the glass and fly around the park, potentially going after your guests. The player will then need to track them down and tranquilize them to get them back to where they belong. I asked if the ground dinosaurs could interact with flying reptiles, and neither Woods or Newbold wanted to talk about it just yet, saying the answer will come closer to the late 2021 release date of the game. So basically, that's a yes. I didn't see any dinosaurs fight in my demo, but I'm told a smaller variety will in fact team up to take on larger beasts. Yes, that means raptors will hunt in packs. Richard Newbold says predators, when taken after their prey, will chase after them dynamically. There's no stopping and starting. There's improvements to the fighting system as well. If a dinosaur is injured, it may need to visit the Paleomedical Facility, the one new structure I see among the familiar Ranger Station, Research Center, Park Tour, and more buildings from the first game. This medical facility is white and has a large fenced-in area behind it where dinosaurs can be treated. You'll need to fly them via helicopter. If a dinosaur cannot be treated in the field, you'll need to bring it here. The example I'm told is that if one of them is seriously injured in battle, the Paleomedical Facility also comes with a unique vehicle called a Mobile Vet Unit, which you can freely control, just like the other vehicles in the game. Monitoring dinosaurs' health will be much easier through the implementation of the new Ranger Post, which looks to be a small shack that you can place anywhere inside of the dinosaur's enclosure. The Rangers use the station to perform welfare checks. The dinosaur vitals are not as clearly defined in this sequel, however. Woods says that there's been a bit of a fog of war to that information, and the players will need to keep tabs on it. The best way to do that is through the Ranger Post. Significant enhancements are also being applied to guests, their behaviours, and the structures you can find to be able to build for them. Each guest's mood is divided in 4 categories: adventure, standard, nature, and luxury. They will gravitate to areas they seek most important. For instance, an adventure junkie will want to see carnivores, very similar to how Jurassic Park Operation Genesis did it. Oh, it's incredible. The player can tailor attractions and amenities to these specific groups. These 2 structures are fully customizable, right down to what they offer and how they look. With the click of a button, the base attraction can transform into an aquarium, bowling alley, cinema, arcade, spa, and you name it. The design of that building is also fully customizational, and the facade, roof decoration, entrance locations, signage, and immediate surroundings can be changed with a number of preset options. For the ground, you have trees, dinosaur skeletons, flags, and much more. The colour of all of these items can also be altered. If you want your shop to be hot pink, so be it. If you want each piece to be a different colour, you can do just that too. The range of colour is extensive, allowing for specific shades to be picked from the wheel. During my demo, Woods and Newbold were positioned in the lower left, covering up most of the display where the park rating was in the first game. I didn't get to see what was there, but when Woods moved his arms, I saw a series of arrows. I asked if the players could speed up time, and Newbold said there are some time controls. We allow the player to pause time and also speed up time. If a problem arises in the park, those time controls may be disabled until the issue is taken care of, however. One of the new threats to the northern region is a snowstorm, which covers the ground in snow and can create problems across all of the park, such as losing power. Woods and Newbold walked me through a number of game's new features, but wouldn't talk about others that were teased in the trailer. We know marine dinosaurs are in this sequel, but it didn't get to see them. The Mosasaurus lagoon will have to be huge, but what else can we add to it? And how customizable will it be? What other dinosaurs can we create in the marine center? Can they leap up and eat land dinosaurs? We really need the answer to that last question. Details about game modes are also light at this time. I did however learn that the contract missions from the first game aren't in the story campaign, but will be present in the challenge mode. Yes, finally, so happy about that. I walked away from my demo impressed by the changes that Frontier is implementing. It looks to be a much deeper experience than before that gives the players a huge more variety of new toys to use with less hassle. I can't wait to see the darn Mosasaurus and how the story will be handled. Here's hoping they give us a look at aspect of the game soon. And the dinosaurs that he did in fact see were Acrocanthosaurus, Allosaurus, Amargasaurus, Ankylosaurus, Baryonyx, Brachiosaurus, Camarasaurus, Nasutoceratops, Pteranodon, Stegosaurus, Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus Rex. Notably, the three most important ones there for me personally are Acrocanthosaurus, Allosaurus and Baryonyx. We kind of knew that Camarasaurus, Brachiosaurus, all of these other dinosaurs were going to happen, and I believe Amargasaurus is the only new dinosaur there. Now when we talk about the screenshots, I know it's a long video, but we've got a glorious screenshot of the Tyrannosaurus Rex on Main Street, which is what seems to be the same shop but completely different on the right, and also a run-in shop on the left hand side as well. I can see a few chairs down there, so hopefully the guests do use them. But moving on to the Amargasaurus screenshot, we are treated with 3 Amargasauruses and also this beautiful GIF which I did not show you, so here you go, here's the GIF of it. But yes, we're shown a gorgeous shot of the Amargasaurus in the desert biome. Later down the line we get to see a more in-depth look of Nasutoceratops, which seems to be really cool and much better than the first one. We also have the veterinarian unit in the background and the classic evolution tower. Next up, the best look at Pteranodon we have so far, and it's aviary, clearly perching at the top end of what it seems, so maybe terrain tools are going to be a lot better than we anticipate. We also get to see Brachiosaurus in the Alpine village, and we also get to see the aviary in the background. Overall, we can see some new trees and everything, so it's looking good so far. Evolution 2 already from this article sounds impeccable, and I'm so sorry about the long video, but it had to be read out. All of it had to be read out. You can find a full link to the article down in the comment section down below, or the description shall I say. But ultimately, I'm very excited. This is Evolution 2. This is a full sequel, as he says. And there's a lot more information at his Twitter if you want to go follow it. Ultimately, he does confirm some few things, Pteranodons will cause chaos. The UI is quite similar, the maps are big, there are no babies or breeding. The fighting is completely different with hunting mechanics as well. And overall, it just seems phenomenal and I can't wait to get more information on it. But anyways guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash the like button. I worked really hard on this, so it would mean a lot. But also comment your thoughts of your favourite part about Evolution 2 so far in the comment section down below. And do subscribe if you are new. But in the meantime, stay safe out there, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.